Just have to keep him supplied in Chianti.
Yeah, there we go. It's all right. I'll pick up some from Trader Joe's and we'll be all set.
We'll be all set.
Yeah, good.
Oh, that's funny.
Speaking of set.
Speaking of set, we have game, set, and match for this week.
Right.
Our second of our 2 Imperial Stouts. Both, actually, I guess the 1050 is not seasonal.
No,
Is it?
I think I'm pretty sure that's year round.
That's year round, but this one is. This is categorized as limited release.
And brand new.
And from Sierra Nevada. We've got all of those things for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage we're about today is the Narwhal. From Sierra Nevada, which, usually you think Sierra Nevada, you think their pale ale, you think, the torpedo, you think lots of hops, you think lighter.
Optimum.
This is actually, not.
The darker side.
It's the darker side.
It's the dark side. They still have some hops going on in there. They've, hitting 60 IBUs, so they're still...
Saw that, yeah.
The roots are still in there of that. They're using, Magnum and Challenger.
And that probably means more to you than it does to me.
Not particularly.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
All right.
A little bit. Very, very little, though.
Okay.
So very excited. Like I said, full disclosure. We have both had this beer. We have both had this beer.
Yes.
This has happened a lot lately.
But that's okay, though. Because now we get to compare and contrast and analyze. I mean, I've said this before. Certainly when I drink something not sitting at this table, I am thinking about what it tastes like. I am thinking about, do I enjoy it? But I'm not going to quite the depth and analyzing it quite as much as I do here. I can't have that. We can't have that turned on all the time. That would drive us crazy. Sometimes you just take something, you drink it. I liked it. That's all.
That was good. Yeah. What else is in it?
Thank you.
I don't know.
I don't care.
Just try it.
No, the body was fine. The aroma. I drank it. It was good. It's more the dad style.
It was a little bit. Yeah.
So, which is good.
That's a good thing.
Too.
So, yeah. A little more on the pricey side. This is kind of their 4-pack series. They did the same thing with the Optimum, which I just referenced, which was very good.
Yeah.
And it was usually like $9.99, $10.99 for the 4-pack.
I thought I found it for $8.99 at Total Wine.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I almost typed in $9.99, but then I thought, wait a minute, I think it was $8.99. But
okay.
Yeah,
so
$8.99,
$9 to $10, somewhere in that range. Like I said, you can find this. It is a 4-pack.
Right.
Imperial Stout, hopefully heavy again and delicious. And you actually bought a whole 4-pack of this, right?
I did buy a 4-pack.
Okay.
Yeah. Because actually, you had said you'd had it on tap, actually, right?
Yes, I did.
You had this on tap.
I had this on draft at 1702, actually, here in Tucson.
And obviously 1702 is not going gluten-free.
No. No,
that was a funny April Fool's email that we got.
Like way too late on that email.
Yeah, a little bit too late.
Yeah, that was really...
Just enough to scare the crap out of
Yeah, really in poor taste.
Yes.
Painful taste.
Horrible.
Really. Horrible. But so very excited. Even though I have had this, I only did have it the one time on draft, so it's been a little while. So
I had one on the way over today.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you always like to get in the mood.
I got to get ready. Are you going to give that is that your black stamp seal of approval?
That looks pretty dark. Might have a little hint of brown in there, but that's pretty dark. What do you think?
Still has that brownish foamy.
Yeah, the foam looks great. This is a little more, I would say, a little bit lighter than the 1050 we just had. This is a little more toward the beige. It's not quite as more. It's got like, I don't know. The other one the foam looked like that the whole time, more that darker brown. Yeah, that just looks a little more beige-ish to me.
All right, still good.
It's a little khaki. It's like khaki. It's like a pair of khaki pants.
It's Dockers.
Yeah, it's
Dockers khaki.
Yeah. Fun fact about Sierra Nevada. Fun fact. You can get the torpedo at Disneyland, or at California Adventure, I should say.
Okay.
Fun fact. You can actually
have one and then go on California Screaming.
Exactly, you could.
California Heaving.
Literally. On such a winter's day.
Had 2 or 3.
That's it. Walked over to the right. We passed along the way. Yeah, it's like $7 for one. Or something like that, or whatever it was. But
just smuggle your own in.
Yeah.
In your backpack.
My water is the color of beer.
I just right at the end, I smelled a little bit of the alcohol.
Yeah.
A little hint of that.
I actually, I would agree.
There is, I get more like the malt, roasted malt notes from that.
It reminds me of like a oatmeal cookie. There's a little sweet.
Delicious.
There's kind of like there's that that oats and the maltiness you're kind of talking about. Something like that reminds me of like an oatmeal, raisin cookie or something like that you might have.
With just maybe a hint of coffee in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that's definitely in there. Is that coffee?
Hint.
This time it's coffee. Yeah. Oh wait, we've got a new hint. We've got a new symbol here.
Just a hint.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Very nice. Just kind of this one's a little more balanced.
Yeah.
I think in the aroma a little more level with it. There's nothing. Yeah. There's no spikes of like, whoa, I'm really getting that. Like the other one, we kind of got the. I guess we should stop comparing.
Yeah.
But there was a little more licorice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. We did have that. Now remember, you had it on draft. So
I did.
You can't compare it to having it on draft.
I did.
Don't compare.
That's
it to
that's still quite delicious though. Yeah. I don't even know how much this differs. That still is that delicious. I notice more of even though it's a lesser bitterness, which it doesn't really always necessarily how much hops you put in there.
Right.
I mean, because you can put in a lot of hops at the end and have low bitterness. But anyway, I get a lot more hop coming through at the end on the finish, which I like a lot. Because I didn't think it was going to make it through because you just kind of get initially almost had a similar flavor profile because it was kind of the malty and dark and then the little more chocolatey and then also at the very end there's just this back forward.
They can go back and forward. Backdraft.
It's backdraft. A backdraft. I like that. It's a backdraft of then just nice like hops.
Maybe that's our new term for that. Instead of the retro nasal, we'll just say a backdraft.
Yeah,
it's backdrafting.
Yeah, we might. That's pretty good. I like that.
Bring back what was that, 1990 or 91 for that movie?
Bring Kurt Russell back.
And there's a little you get the little chocolate, little coffee comes back. The sour hangs out back there. There's a little more body. That's still not like super filling.
No, it's still that
there's a little more
kind of thing.
Yeah. But I've really enjoyed the scary thing about this is, and like I said, I haven't analyzed this. And so we did get that little hint of alcohol in there. But the scary thing is this is so drinkable, I think.
Yes.
And it's 10.2.
I think it's even more drinkable than the one previous.
I would agree. Yeah.
I said I was going to stop doing that, but it's hard not to because this is very similar styles.
And it's Imperial Stout week.
Yeah. So
it's Imperial Stout week. So it's okay.
Yeah, this only slightly lighter in alcohol than the other one, but I think several notches more smooth and drinkable.
Yeah, the other one's like there's not that there's not a lot going on here, but the things that are going on in the 1050 are not as cohesive. Whereas this is kind of like, ooh,
this is like a night
comes through, and
this is like being out on the waves and just like riding just that nice.
I mean, that could just. I mean, like I said, I think I've had 2 or 3 of these over the last.
You can't remember you
several
had so
weeks.
Fast.
Yeah, on the way over. Over the last several weeks, I've had so many. Not so many. I've had 2. Over the last, I would say, I think it's a month or so ago that I bought this 4-pack. I've had 2 or 3, but I only have one a night because it's usually the one I end my night with because I think, my God, I could.
Well, then you go to sleep.
Yeah, I could just pound that thing because it's just it's very drinkable. It's very, very approachable. Just a lot of good flavors in there and all balanced. And I know Sierra Nevada has a porter and I know they have a stout, but I don't associate that with them because like even this year I've already had their Celebration, which is a fresh hopped ale. Now that I know what that is, it's a fresh hopped ale.
I saw that in the drink database.
Yes.
At AboutBeverages.com. I noticed that you put that in there. I did not, as I was flipping through today quickly, and I noticed that, and I saw Celebration, like he had that again? Because we'd had it before, but then I noticed the quick note of fresh hops, so...
I don't know if that's a new thing.
Quick information about how was it compared to...
It's good. It's still, if you take it for what it is, which, to me, this is a winter seasonal beer.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm looking for. Something like this or a few notches back. I'm not looking for a fresh hopped ale. Now, granted, I know what they're saying. It's seasonal because these are the hops that are harvested this season.
Which I did just buy that Port Brewing. I just bought one of the fresh hop.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had it last year. This year, it's different, but they're doing the fresh hop thing again, and it's great.
Yeah, and I get that, and during the day, I'd probably want that, but at night... I'm not necessarily thinking IPA, but it's good. No, I enjoyed it. I don't know.
Enjoyed it more than the previous year when we were like, wow, they're just really redoing their regular pale ale.
Yeah, I think so, but I didn't have enough of those probably back then to really really, but yeah, I would say I did, and maybe it was just because it actually says on there this year, fresh hop, fresh hopped ale or whatever it says on there, on the bottle. But no, I enjoyed that. So to then have something like this come from that brewery, that I think, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's like, well, this is so totally different than most of what they do or most of what they're known for. It's like, hopefully they'll get known for that, because that is delicious.
I swear I get a little bit of like sea spray in there too. There's a little salty something in there as well.
It's the Narwhal.
It could be. I wonder.
You want Narwhal?
You want Narwhal? I don't know.
We got to get that in. I texted that a couple weeks ago, so we got to get that in. One Narwhal.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So draft though, probably not as good as on draft. They're always just different. It's just heavier in the bottle.
I was just going to say the only real difference that I can recall, and like I said, it was about a month and a half ago, I think, that they had it, and they may still have it, but that was when I drank it. I would say just a touch smoother. And that always seems to be at the bottle. There is just that little extra heaviness, probably from, sitting and the transportation and all these other things. But one of the more similar ones where it's not a night and day thing at all.
Good. Yeah, I was worried because all of a sudden I thought, oh gosh, don't be comparing it to the one on draft.
Oh no,
could be bad.
That's delicious. I'm gonna have to go out and get a 4-pack of that because that is fantastic. And hopefully everyone else will think our website is fantastic, because that's where you can find all of the beers like the one we just tried and the tasting notes, all those things at AboutBeverages.com. And while you're there, definitely become a fan of us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and you can also check us out on Untapped, where obviously you might be watching us on YouTube, which we appreciate all the subscribers and comments we've been getting lately. That's
very nice.
Very, very awesome. And if there are other Russian Imperial Stouts, we're always interested in hearing more about those, especially at this time of year. Let us know. We'd like to try some more. And hopefully you'll get out and try one of these too, because really recommend this. If you like a good dark beer, highly recommend
then this is a good one to go for.
Definitely. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.